Boom. CouchPotatoGM.com. Let's start there, man. You know, y'all visit the website. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Catch us anywhere. You know, we're doing a 32 video series. We're going to do the state of the franchise for all 32 teams, past, present, and future. Right now, we're in the AFC North, and we're talking about the champs of the AFC North.
Champs.
Cincinnati Bengals. Let's just get into the past, man. Their past it's been not so good. You know, but they usually get to a Super Bowl. They've been to 2 Super Bowls, one with Ken Anderson, one with Boomer Esiason. They lost both Super Bowls, and you know, it's just been pretty dull, and until this guy Marvin Lewis has got there, and they've been consistent.
Mr. Consistent.
Been winning consistently over the last decade or so, and they've been to the playoffs 6 out of the last 7 seasons.
Yep.
But they've lost in the wild card game every single one.
And let me say this before, you know, Cleveland fans, I'm a Buck fan. I know about change and about, you know, this coach, that coach, this GM, that GM. And I know a lot of fans feel like he should be gone.
Talking about Marvin.
Marvin, yeah. It ain't always green on the grass ain't always green on the other side, man. Stability is a big thing in the NFL. You know, ask the Steelers with their, you know, their 3 coaches since 1969. You just got to be patient, man. You guys should have won last year, but unfortunately, you know.
Marvin Lewis didn't cost you that game.
Fumble,
you know,
and then they lost their composure.
Yeah, I mean, the character thing reared its ugly head, unfortunately, and you know things went sideways. So I implore y'all to just relax, because it's not always grass ain't always green on the other side.
Yeah, talk more about Marvin Lewis. He just done an amazing job there, you know, with the whole dynamic of the organization. They don't really like to spend too much money, you know, but they've been drafting well. But, you know, he's taking in guys with troubled past, you know, Pac-Man and people of that nature, and got the most out of those guys. You know, they love playing for Marvin Lewis. So, you know, even though he hasn't won a playoff game recently, you know, you gotta stick it out with him.
I'm gonna give Marvin Lewis another tip of the cap, because I've noticed, and I'm, you know, obviously you guys have noticed as well, his coaching tree. You see a lot of his coaches have gone on and they're head coaches. I mean, Mike Zimmer finally got his shot. I think he was well deserving of it, but he was a defensive coordinator in Cincinnati for a time being. Jay Gruden is now the head coach out in Washington. Hugh Jackson's the head coach in Cleveland. This is his last 2 offensive coordinators. So, you know, in addition to fielding good rosters, drafting well, you know, getting the most out of some questionable guys in terms of character and you know, making sure that they stay on the straight and narrow, he's also, you know, created opportunities for a lot of his assistant coaches, and they've gone on to do great things as well. Not necessarily great things, but getting their opportunity to make their mark as head coaches as well. So yeah, I kind of echo Drew's sentiment. Like, in most instances, you do feel like, you know what, you know, this is as far as we're going to go with this guy. But it's a very unique dynamic in terms of the Brown family and the coaching staff. I mean, you can recall Carson Palmer not wanting to play for the Bengals at all because there was a disdain for the organization, for the ownership. Yeah. You know what I mean? And for Marvin Lewis to kind of, you know, work through that dynamic, and then obviously handle everything on the field. It's been impressive. It's been real impressive.
Yeah, and it's the Brown family, man. It's like that whole family is running everything, and they run it a certain way. So for Marvin Lewis to you know,
there's a big time understanding within the coach and the front office that this is the way we're going to do things, and we're not going to ever deviate from it. You know, and you better y'all fans just better. Just sit back and just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, let me ask you this, man. You know, we've talked about it. They've lost in the wild card every single year, haven't broken through. What is it going to take for them to break through?
I mean, for the character, for the bad character, not to rule its ugly head, obviously, and Dalton to, I mean.
Is he that guy? Is he the guy?
I
don't got no choice. They already paid him.
And they did. They did. Dalton was one of those guys that really exceeded my expectation. I thought coming out of TCU, out of kind of an option-based attack, that I was like, what are they thinking? And he has exceeded my expectations. Mind you, he's kind of leveled off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Andy Dalton isn't getting better anymore. I think we've seen the best of him.
What about McCarron? I know he came in last year. The fans kind of love McCarron too.
I mean, the fans always love the backup quarterback.
So you don't think he's elite?
I don't really think so either. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. Mind you, the Bengals are a fairly talented team on the offensive side of the ball. McCarron, he played at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? He
around talent.
Exactly. He was surrounded by it. You know what I mean? And while he certainly has a proven, winning track record, you were playing with the best of the best, at the collegiate level. Now, you have to deal with the Steelers. You have to deal with Ozzie Newsome and the Ravens. You know what I mean? And you still got to go through New England. You know what I mean? So it's tough sledding out there. And I don't know if either of those quarterbacks are really the guy to get him over the hump.
Yeah. And then I guess that's pretty much the future, man. The future is they need that quarterback, you're saying.
I feel that way. Unless they're able to add, and I don't know that this is their MO, more talent, more proven veteran talent to bolster that offense.
Somebody of a AJ Green ilk,
right?
With explosiveness,
right? And mind you, like I said, and you guys have said it, they've drafted very well. They're usually a year ahead. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You talk about the Andrew Whitworths, you talk about the Geno Atkins, and the number of defensive backs. They went and grabbed another defensive back this year just to prepare themselves for the exodus. Of guys like a Leon Hall, a Jonathan Joseph, and everything. So that's fine. That's why they're consistently in the mix.
But you think they need that guy?
Yes.
They need to pay someone.
They need to pay someone, one or two guys to really take them over the top.
You think they'll ever do that?
I don't think so.
They're gonna stay within the structure. Mm-hmm. We in this box. And we ain't coming out.
They've come a long way just by spending the money to retain their own talent. The Geno Atkins, the AJ Greens. So that was one big step. Maybe, but I don't foresee it. I don't foresee them actually. You know what I'm saying? Going out of their way to bring someone else in.
Yeah. So we wrap it up, man. Bengals fans, man, please comment, please like, please subscribe. Mm-hmm. If you don't like what we're saying, let us know about it on YouTube. You can find us there. This video,
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Podcast Addict for Android apps.
We everywhere, man. CouchPotatoGM.com, man.